Hello, I just ate half a tub of ice cream and binge watched 2 episodes of Percy Jackson. And now I'm doing this. I don't like how the dots are on top of my head. Now I'm doing this. In the great words of Odysseus. The great words of Odysseus. We must tell people about our stories. Well, he didn't say that, but clearly they still did. So, that's what we're doing. Doing a draw my life. Got my eraser, my very unsturdy camera, and my marker. And of course this, that could fall at any given moment. Okay, anyway. Let's get on with it. Okay. So, like any draw my life, we're gonna start with the born phase. With the born phase. Okay. So do my best. I'm not an artist. So I was born. That's me. So I was born with a +1. You don't know what, if you can't add up to that, that means I'm a twin. I was born a twin. I'm a twin. To a brother. Mom, I'm recording a video. Goodbye. To a brother. I was born in the place you call California. At 2 p.m. I was the firstborn. I'm the eldest by 1 minute. By 1 whole minute. That doesn't need to. Don't mind that. What other things? Oh yeah. I had 3 older sisters. I'm recording a video! Go away!
Cheez-Its!
My Cheez-Its! He just stole my Cheez-Its. Example of twin. 3 older siblings. 1 sister. 2 brothers. Or my elder siblings. So that's the born phase. You're welcome. You know, I could be talking about epic or something instead of doing this. I'm 100% doing that next. We're moving on to toddler phase number 2. The toddler, not the toddler. The next big thing that happened in my life. The moving phase. We're in phase 2, moving. When I was 3 months old. My family, which include my dad, my mom, my 3 older siblings, and little infant me and my brother. That family moved from California all the way across the USA. We're just gonna pretend that's the USA. The USA from here to here. That's not accurate. We moved to Ohio. We lived there for 3 years. My mother claims that I learned how to walk there. Walk. Maybe I should title that. Sorry. Ding's mother claimed that I walked, that I talked. I talked for my brother. Talked for my brother. I read. I started reading. And I locked myself in a cabinet. And I also pushed a 200-pound, not a 200-pound, like a 30-pound. I was like fairly small. I was like 2 years old. Me and my brother teamed up and we pushed the like 40-pound rocking chair from the living room, which was on, so house, right? Living room, doorway. I'm just making up things. Okay. Our mission when I was 2 years old. Get the rocking chair from here to here. Me and my brother teamed up and we moved it from one room to another. And eventually got there to get the Halloween candy. We succeeded and I ended up getting Halloween candy. Candy. That is my moving/Ohio stage. I am doing a fantabulous job. Oh no. My board died. Where did the tack go? Man, damn, we lost the tack. I might have found it. Okay. Erase a little gentler now. Okay. We're on to stage 3. We're on to stage 3. Moving again. Let's get this straight. My dad was in the military, which is why I kept on moving. That's not stage 3. Just had to get that straight because I know a bunch of you, if I don't point that out, a bunch of you are going to question like, why are you moving every 3 years? That one. That's why. Now that that's out of the way, we can get to real stage 3. Operation 10. Why does it keep falling? I quit. I'm going to get a red tack now. So I can actually see it. Actually, the carpet's orange. So I'm going to get a blue tack. because blue and orange are the best color. There. You will stay there. There we go. Okay, stage 3, moving again. Move from the fantabulous Ohio, known for the Ohio Skippy Cat Rizzler. I'm sorry. We moved from Ohio across the USA again. This way that time. From Ohio to Oregon. That's not how you spell it. I don't care. I don't think that's how you spell it. Oh well. To Oregon. We lived there for a whopping 5 years. Also, I'd like to mention that we had a dog named Penny. We got her when I was born, so she was with us. Rest in pieces. Anyway. 5 whopping years. During those 5 years, my 2 bros up and left. They moved out. And also my one sis, also up and moved out. So it was just my mom, my dad, me and my brother, and the dog. But of course we thought that wasn't enough, so we decided to get cats. We got not 1, but 2 cats. We got 2 kitties. Clark, which you have seen on this channel, and Louie, which was the cat at the end of my newest short, going through my camera roll. So we had Clark and Louie, plus Penny. Very beautiful. Wait. And also Penny. And then, my sister got a landlord. We were very good friends with this landlord. This landlord had a dog named Harley. She's important. Named Harley. We were at Scandinavian dancing because, yes, we started dance. We started Scandinavian dancing. I was Swedish. So, that's where I originate from, Sweden. So, we started dance. While we were at dance, we learned that this guy died of a heart attack. Rest in pieces. We love you. You were a great man. Great man. He died of a heart attack, unfortunately. My sister, loving Harley, did not want her to go to a pound or anything else. His sister didn't want her, and we loved Harley too, so we didn't want that to happen either. But of course, we had these 2 knuckleheads, 3 knuckleheads. We didn't know, and it wasn't Penny we were worried about. Sure, we could deal with a few puddles of pee. That's a true thing. Penny, when there was more other dogs, she got threatened and peed. She peed 8 times in the vet. We had to clean it up each time. Anyway, we weren't worried too much about Penny. We were worried about the cats. Because, you know, cats, dogs don't really get along with each other. We brought her home. Harley had no care in the world for the cats. The cats had no care in the world for Harley. Boom, Harley was our dog. Add another one. Harley. Beautiful. Oh yeah, in case that wasn't enough, we decided, you know what? Look, there's a puppy in Virginia. We're gonna leave our kids home with not in Virginia, in Arizona. we're gonna leave our kids alone for a day with a babysitter, an overnight babysitter, aka my older sister. My older brother. So we were there. We woke up one morning. Guess what? My dad was on the couch. We're like, why are you on the couch? He says, go look in the backyard. We looked in the backyard, and boom, there was a puppy. Only one, but still a puppy. We got another dog. We named him Snow. Actually, his name was Henry, but we named him Snow. Well, my parents named him Henry. My brother, of course, called him Snow, because he's white as snow. Anyway, Snow got into our life. Shortly after, we gave Snow away because too many dogs. Then, when we were about to move again, all the way to somewhere, you'll have to find out later, in stage 4. So after we moved, since we were gonna move, Penny could not see or hear and barely smell. So we didn't want to take her all the way across the country again because that would be a lot to get used to as a blind, deaf, and smellless dog. So we're like, you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna leave her at my grandma's house because my grandma loved Penny and Penny loved my grandma. So we left her at my grandma's house. Just like that, we minused another dog. Then we moved. Pack up the things, we're leaving. With Harley, of course, and Clark and Louie. They were Gucci. Okay. Anyway, moving on. That was my pet stage, practically. Why did we get rid of Snow? Because my father figured that this old lady that came to our garage sale, dogs were out. The dogs were in their cage and they're like just sitting there in the yard. And they said, oh, I used to have the dog all the time. And my dad's like, oh, you can have him. You need him more than we do. I was heartbroken. I had him for a month, and then my dad just got rid of my puppy. It wasn't my puppy, but still a puppy. So I don't even know if he's alive. Probably not. He probably died a long time ago. Anyway, moving on to stage 4. As I mentioned earlier, we moved again from Sweetle, Oregon that way this time, all the way to Virginia. We lived there for a whopping 2 years. This is my friend making stage. Well, kind of. Depends what I decide to make the stage about. We lived there for a whopping 2 years, actually, yeah. Friend stage. Lived there for a whopping 2 years. We made some nice friends. I'm not going to leak their names, but we made a lot of friends. Too many to count. ETZ. A lot of friends. Anyway, during that time, my mom decided to sign us up for karate. That's not how you spell it, I don't care. Karate. I hated karate. Mainly because there were these two people. So I was a yellow stripe, right? Yellow stripe. Pretty Gucci. We walk yellow stripe. So we were there for a whole 2 years. And I had only leveled up once. But then there were these 2 kids who were also brother and sister, not twins, but brother and sister. I swear, they leveled up every single week. first. It was yellow stripe. Then, a week later, when I came back, another belt until they were green belt, and I was still stuck here as a yellow stripe. So clearly, they just didn't care about me. So I hated it. Bad scoring, Mom and Dad. Maybe I shouldn't be putting the timestamps. I don't want you guys to figure out my age. You guys don't need to know my age. No more timestamps after this. I'll just say for years. Well, actually, I will do timestamps. No, I won't. I will do... I'll just times it by something. By a random number each time. No, I won't. I'm just not going to do timestamps. Karate. Hated it. We dropped out of karate. It's also the first time I got in a school fight. I punched a kid in the eyeball. R.I.P. one of your eyeballs. Just kidding. He still had his eyeball. He just got black. I didn't go to recess that day. My mom totally agreed because he was bullying me. Anyway, yeah. Pretty good time in Virginia. Moving on. Did anything have to do with pets? Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention. Penny died. We were also homeschooled. Too busy on karate and friends. Call that my karate era. Stage 5. We moved from Virginia, that way this time, all the way to Sweet Home California. Again, to California. We were there for a whopping, not gonna say how many years, because I don't want you guys to figure out my timestamps. Anyway, for a whopping years. We were there for a couple years. Anyway, we moved to California again. Also where I met Kaylin. Hi, bestie. I also met Kaylin. Also, that's where I started actually doing YouTube. Woo! Yay! YouTube. When I got 15 subs, 30 subs, and eventually over 1K. Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! That hurted. Okay. Thank you for 1K subs. Awesome. Anyway. YouTube started kicking off and I've done it ever since. So I did YouTube, not Kaylin. I also got into this little thing. I got into that little thing. That one. I got into it. And now I'm never growing up. I also got into Greek mythology. Greek mythology. I will never grow up. I love Greek mythology. Chef's kiss. I'm still into it. I'm still learning more things. Also, did you know that Circe and Hermes were dating at one time? That's what Circe says in Puppeteer when she's like, I've been in love once before. Hermes sucks. Just kidding. He's awesome. But he sucks as a boyfriend. He sucks as a boyfriend. I love Hermes as a character, though. Chef's kiss. And I call this root Holy Moly. And also, I got really excited when I figured out that root's actual, like, scientific name is Molly. Guess what my name is? My name is Molly. I was mentioned in Epic without you even knowing it. Anyway, sorry about that. I got really excited about that. So, yeah. Then on my way out, decided, you know, I'm gonna give this K-pop Demon Hunters a chance. It destroyed my mind. I love it. But also, Epic still has a nice spot in there. But it absolutely destroyed everything. Besides my YouTube, because I'm still doing YouTube. Yeah. So I got really into K-pop Demon Hunters. I watched it over 200 times. So Slay. We're getting closer and closer to the present. Anyway, after we moved from this is stage 6. California. We went from California to Oregon again. This time we went down and not across. In case of you guys, if you don't know the USA map, California is below us. Actually, it's probably one of those two ways. I don't know. Or maybe it's that way. I don't know. It's somewhere. I don't do compasses. So we moved to Oregon. That's currently where I am. And I currently don't have a house. So house. No. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention in Virginia, Harley and Lily got wiped out. They passed, unfortunately. Also, we got Sarah, my current dog. Oh yeah, and we also got Suki. And Gus. Clark wasn't too happy about that, but we're filling up our tank again. Pets. Now I currently don't have a house, and I'm currently still doing YouTube videos and buying a bunch of random stuff. Oh yeah, and also when I moved to California, I got roommates, and I lived on campus. Slay. Yeah, so also my dad since then retired from the military, so anyway. My to-do list. Draw my life. Consider it canceled. Just kidding. Done. I've done it. I'm never touching this freaking whiteboard ever again. Peace. Peace. Love you guys. You guys are beautiful.